Hi everyone, welcome to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. My name is Sal Capaccio, and I'm here tonight, as always, with Searcy, and we are here at Danny's South Restaurant here at 4300 Abbott Road in Orchard Park, just down the road from Ralph Wilson Stadium, site of a very, very big Buffalo Bills victory against the Cleveland Browns, 26-10 this past Sunday. Now, before we get into the show tonight with Denoris, we want to tell everybody we were scheduled to have our guest Booby Dixon tonight, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. He had to fly home due to an emergency, so hopefully everything's okay, and we're hearing it is, right? So he should be okay and good to go back Wednesday at practice, but we want to make sure that we would give our best wishes to Booby out there who couldn't join us here tonight. But what more do you want except the two-interception man? 2 interceptions for this guy, Denoris Searcy.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's start with it, man. We're going to go through each of these together, but have you ever had a 2-interception game going back to your days in high school, even Pee Wee?
The last 2-interception game I had would have to be in high school, and in that game I had 3.
Wow.
So I should have had 4 yesterday, but I take 2 because it's even hard to get 1. So 2
It's
is
always
great.
funny though, because you are just like a lot of guys. You're so competitive, which is great. That's why you're a professional athlete. That you're thinking more about the ones you didn't get than the ones you got. Right?
Absolutely. Because like I said, in this league, it's so hard to get interceptions. So whenever you have an opportunity, you always want to be able to capitalize on it.
So 2 interceptions. I was just looking at the stat line. I just want to give everybody a stat line on Denoris. I don't know this. I'm going to guess he's going to be at least nominated and has a possibility for AFC Defensive Player of the Week this week because he had, very good, that's right, 3 solo tackles, 1 assist, 4 combined tackles for a safety, by the way, that's very good. 2 interceptions led the team, and 3 pass deflections, which also led the team. So you had an outstanding game. I would say that's your best game as a professional, but you did score a touchdown earlier in your career. Would you say overall you felt that was your best overall game start to finish?
I would say so, yeah. As a complete player overall, I would say that's one of my best games. It's hard to be consistent in this league, so to be able to come out week in and week out and play to a high level and perform the way I have, it's been a blessing.
All right, so let's talk about your 2 interceptions. Let's talk about the first one. I can't remember which one was which. This one was going from the tunnel, and you were going towards the open end. So I thought you were going to score on this. I think you had 1 block maybe to go, and you could have scored on this. But what happened on the very first interception that Brian Hoyer threw you?
It was kind of I would say a bracket coverage. We had to take care of Josh Gordon. He's one of the most dynamic receivers in the game, emerging star. So we knew we had to get him stopped, and I was able to sit back in the bracket coverage and read the QB. And I think they weren't on the same page or something because I think he tried to throw to the inside route, and Josh Gordon kept running vertical, and I ended up picking it. So, I mean, it was great.
That's right. He was running the seam. And, in fact, if you go back and watch that replay, what's interesting is Josh Gordon got really mad after you picked it off.
Yeah,
he threw his hands up like, oh, what's going on? So, obviously, you jumped the route really nice there. And did you think you were going to score when you first got your hands on it?
Yeah. Actually, Nigel was looking at me, and I'm like, what you looking at me for, man? Go block somebody. And then I was looking to cut back across the field, man, and I think it was Miles Austin the one that tackled me. So, I mean, at the end of the play, as long as we have the ball, it's all good.
All right, second interception. This one really, I can't think. The first one really turned the momentum. The second one may have sealed it, really, because this chased Brian Hoyer from the game. After your interception, Johnny Manziel played. So tell me about the second interception, which wound up happening, I think, early fourth quarter it was.
We were sitting back in this wasn't a bracket coverage this time. It was just kind of a man coverage. I kind of recognized a certain formation that they was running, so I kind of alerted Aaron that the number 2 receiver was going to run like a vertical route. So I told him to take that guy, and I was going to sit for the anything shallow or end breaking. And they threw the dig, and I was sitting right in the middle, and his ball came straight to me. Now,
that was a little tough for you. As soon as he got it, all those big linemen were chasing to the sidelines, so a little tougher to navigate through that traffic.
Oh, absolutely.
But, man, you were excited. I was standing right there on the sidelines, and you got really after. You went right to the crowd. Was there anybody in the crowd you were looking for specifically, or just Bills fans?
Just Bills fans in general.
That was pretty cool.
It's always great to have those guys.
Absolutely. That was really cool. All right, and then real quick, before we hit our first break here, just tell me about the one you didn't get, the first one from Johnny Manziel. He threaded the needle, you jumped it, kind of had your hands on it. I think it was just a bullet for a pass. It must have been tough to come up with.
Oh, well, it was. I was thinking he was going to throw it to his upfield shoulder, and then when I saw he's kind of threw it behind him, I tried to hurry but come back and undercut it. So just a hair late. He, like you said, he threw a rocket in there. Lucky one for him.
You were feeling good though. You wanted that one
yeah,
too. That would have been number 3. The hat trick. That would have got you Defensive Player of the Week, but hopefully you still do. We will take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll talk about the amazing, incredible defensive performance from Denoris Searcy and his teammates against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday.
Welcome to Excuria Salon and Spa. We invite you to come in, enjoy, relax, and restore, serving you with the finest from traditional and modern techniques from around the world. Our stylists don't follow trends. They interpret and adapt cuts and colors for your individual lifestyle, while integrating the latest looks and in-hair fashion. Pamper yourself with our professional nail treatments, our European facials, or a relaxing massage. Excuria Salon and Spa. Share the experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Bova. Bova Family Chiropractic has been serving the Western New York community for over 20 years. Our professional staff will welcome you to a friendly environment. We specialize in acute and chronic pain for work injuries, motor vehicle accidents, and sports injuries. Full X-ray facility is on site for immediate treatment. We also provide preventative care with a licensed massage therapist on staff. Most insurances are accepted, including Medicare. Call today at 675-4134.
Skip the retailer, forget the wholesaler. Buy your diamonds where the pros buy. Come to Diamond Cutters of Western New York and see our brand new 4,400 square foot office showroom. We were the very first diamond cutting operation in Buffalo. We have the largest selection of loose diamonds in Western New York and have our own in-house custom designers. Our experienced staff can help you choose or custom create a jewelry design that fits your personal taste. Buy where your favorite players buy. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutter.
Out of Bounds is brought to you by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy where the pros buy direct from the Diamond Cutter. Excuria Salon and Spa, the finest in traditional and modern techniques. Savor the experience. Bova Family Chiropractic, 1953 Ridge Road in West Seneca. Feel the healing hands. Stumps Gymnastics Center, 2187 Worley Drive in Williamsville. By Montebaro Heights, luxury senior apartments from the Brothers of Mercy. By Flixtures on the web at www.etsy.com/shop/fixtures, and by Buffalo Battleground Airsoft Arena and Store, providing birthday parties, walk-on play, and gaming 5 days a week.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Sal Capaccio with Denoris Searcy. We want to thank Diamond Cutters and Excuria Salon and Spa for making this night possible, and every week here at Danny South Restaurant. If you haven't been down here, try the chicken wing soup, world famous chicken wing soup. It is absolutely incredible. They have a great menu, and of course, you can watch all the games, including the Bills at the Broncos Sunday at 4 o'clock. We'll get to that in a little while, but a little bit more on this game Sunday, because I know you have a 24-hour rule. I still want to talk about this darn thing. This was an amazing performance by your defense. You had another play where you recovered a fumble. On top of all this, you also recovered a fumble. It was called back. Just talk about a little bit, I think, give fans a sense of how quickly you have to be aware of those things happening. Because, yeah, you want to make a tackle, but how you have to see everything that's going on so you can jump on a ball in that type of situation.
Everything happens in a split second on this level. I don't even remember who
Manny
caused
Lawson.
the fumble.
It was
Okay.
Manny, yep.
Well, I just say one of our guys and the ball carrier get tackled to the ground. All of a sudden the ball squirts out. So I just see the ball moving, and the ball is the issue. Just get to the ball. And I just jumped on it. I realized I was in the end zone already. So the main thing is just get possession of the ball.
And you were pretty close to the goal line. Did you think you were? Were you conscious that you didn't want to get the back line? To stay in bounds before that thing went out of bounds.
Oh, absolutely. It just hurt wanting to get the ball back to offense.
Right. So that obviously happened. The play gets reversed, but you guys hold them to a field goal, and really that was all she wrote. Except when Manziel came in, they wound up driving down for a touchdown. What was the difference, especially from the first half to the second half? Because really they moved the ball a little bit in the first half, not much. Second half, you guys completely shut them down. Did you do anything different at halftime, Denoris?
No, it wasn't nothing too much different. One of our great leaders, Kyle Williams, stood up in the locker room and was like, they got 3 points, but we still played sluggish in the first half. We got to challenge ourselves and hold each other accountable and go out here in the second half and dominate it like we know we could. So then we all took it upon ourselves to up our intensity and go out there and get the job done.
I want to ask you about the offense a little bit, because they had their struggles early on as well, but a big play in this game was Robert Woods on 4th down and the amazing catch he made down near the goal line. to me, it seemed like, and you guys were already playing with a lot of energy on defense, but it seemed like the offense and the defense together, lots of energy came from that play. You scored immediately, and then, of course, it turned right away on Jerry Hughes' fumble and return, which we'll talk about in a second. But how big can a play like that really energize a team, a big fourth down catch like that?
It brings the team together even more. You see the guys on the opposite side of the ball fighting as hard as we are. So, I mean, it's good. The defense was able to feed off that, so we knew once our offense went out there and put together a drive like that to get that touchdown, we wanted to go out there and get a 3 and out or force a turnover to get them the ball back. We got the turnover and we ended up scoring on defense, so that was great.
You mentioned earlier bracket coverage on Josh Gordon. I noticed a lot of zone coverage by you guys this week, probably more than you normally play. What was the theory behind that? Because normally you're a little bit more of a man-to-man team than you showed. Was it because you thought Gordon was, just a guy you had to watch, or was it a combination of all the receivers they have?
It was more so a combination of all receivers. We knew with Josh Gordon coming back, they wanted to get him the ball more. But they had some dynamic receivers out there. So we just knew we had to get those guys stopped. We knew if we could hold the receivers in check, our front four is going to put up great pressure on the quarterback. Either the ball got to come out quick, which allows us to make plays, or it's going to turn into sacks. So it all plays together.
And not only did they get to the quarterback quick, the ball came out quick from the running back, Terrence West. Jerry Hughes chasing that thing down. Preston Brown does a great job not to get hooked. Jerry stretches the play out and he stays with it. What was it like really for the defense at that moment, knowing you just got 6 points to go up 14-3 so quickly?
It was great. Like you said, Jerry gave tremendous effort on that play. I think he even got held on that play.
He did.
Drew the flag.
They did.
And for him to fight through that and make a play on the ball like that.
I think he got held about 5 times yesterday. And those were just the ones that were called.
Right.
Right? I mean, come on.
Right. But I mean, it was good. Like you said, Preston staying alive on the play and Jerry getting the fumble and having enough awareness to pick it up and running into the end zone was great.
All right, so I have to ask you this because we're wondering, did you have anything to say to Dante Whitner at all during the game? And did anybody have anything to say? Because look at all the boos. We know. Did you play with Dante when you were here?
No, I think I was the reason Dante left.
Oh, there you go. We're gonna. Right, that's right. They drafted. That's right.
Right.
They drafted you and they let him walk out the door. A lot was made this week. So, not him personally, but was this game a little more personal? I tell you, Denoris, I've never heard a locker room like this week with in the NFL. I mean, this is stuff that you don't normally hear. Guys like Aaron and Fred Jackson, even CJ, mention him by name. You don't see that a lot. Did this game become a little personal this week?
I would say so. I heard it was a kind of a Twitter battle with him. I didn't know anything about it until this week. I knew it was still kind of personal because Mike Patton was here with us last year. He left. A couple of assistant coaches was here with us, and they left and went with him. So I mean, yeah, it was personal, especially for the defensive side because they, fortunately, that's the business side of it. They moved on for better opportunities. Well, but our defense proved that he should have stayed.
Absolutely. I think the defense is better this year. Coach Schwartz deserves a lot of credit. Mike Patton did a great job, but this defense is even better than it was last year.
Absolutely. No
doubt.
doubt.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about Sunday, but then we got to look ahead to the big matchup against the Denver Broncos because, hey, folks, it's December and the Buffalo Bills are right in this playoff race. We'll be back after this. Hey, Denoris, every week you guys get talked to in the locker room. Who's our man that's going to be there?
Vic Ace Vito's will be in the locker room with us this week.
That's right. He's talking with these guys about the Denver Broncos game.
You know, it was frustrating. I thought we were getting better on third down, you know, throughout the weeks, and had done a pretty good job with that. But I give that, you know, the last team we played, they had a good scheme for us. They played us tough, covered well. I missed some throws, and you know, I think it was a good learning experience for us in the passing game. You know, facing some unique coverages and techniques, you know, so hopefully we learn from it and go out and play better.
You might catch me in the wrong defense a couple of times, but for the most part, they play pretty sound defense. You really just got to go at them, be aggressive, attack them, and make those guys be uncomfortable because you don't have too many guys having bust assignments, so you got to make plays.
You know, hopefully on offense we can do a good job of controlling the ball and helping our defense out a little bit, staying off the field, and hopefully we can go on some long drives and chew up some clock and give those guys plenty of time to rest.
And we're going to have to score more than 21 points because Peyton's going to score the ball. He's going to move the ball down the field. He's going to do what he do. And, I mean, our defense has got to play well, get to him, and hopefully we'll be fine.
Two great edge rushers, big size in the middle who do a great job of, you know, pushing the inside of the pocket and getting their hands up. They bat a lot of balls on the inside of the pocket. And, you know, another aggressive secondary, 21 and 25, are playing very good football, and, you know, we'll have our work cut out for us.
The whole game, I think you're going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups. That's what they play. And they throw a lot of other stuff behind it, but you just got to be prepared and see what defense they give you because they run a lot of different coverages, and most of it is man-to-man, but also you can get two-man, you can get different coverages down the field.
You know, there hasn't been many people that have had success going on against our defense on a long field, so, you know, I certainly don't expect them to go up and down the field on our defense. You know, our defense is very good. They've played great the whole year, and we just got to take care of our part.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. Denoris Searcy is here, as he always is, at Danny's South Restaurant. Come on down on a Monday night. You can meet Denoris. You get some pictures, autographs, and, of course, he'll usually bring a guest with him as well. But tonight, we want to spend more time with Denoris because he had an absolutely tremendous game. 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, and he's looking forward again to playing Peyton Manning, which would be nice to have those against him, by the way. Next
absolutely.
Week. You think you can come up with 2 more for us? Can you do that for us?
I see what I can do.
All right, you'll try. You'll try. This game against Cleveland, let's just put a bow on this one. Really, I mean, it was a full team effort in the second half. You guys made great adjustments on both sides of the ball. When you leave the field, you're 7-5. I mean, you got to be aware of the impact of that versus 6-6. You know going in, right, that 7-5 or 6-6, and how much it might mean difference going into December, right?
Oh, absolutely. With us getting 7 wins, it keeps us in the hunt. We just want to take it one game at a time and just keep coming out playing to our best of our abilities. We know we still ain't played our best football yet, so we just want to keep pushing forward.
All right, you guys are taught to not look at the standings. You play one game at a time. We get that. We are taught to look at the standings. That's my job. I got to do that. And I can tell you, the Buffalo Bills are in 7th spot right now in the AFC. Do you even know that? I mean, is this something you're aware of? And do you look at where teams are and who you have to pass?
I didn't know we was in the 7th spot.
Out of 6. 6 that make it, you're
right,
in 7th.
Until you just
because
told
of
me.
tiebreakers,
So,
yeah.
It's great. It just add more fuel to the fire. It's just a nice something underneath us. We just want to keep going out there and keep playing to the best of our abilities.
So the answer is no. You're not even aware. You don't even you don't look at that. You're focused on Denver, right?
Exactly.
Okay, focused on Denver. All right. So Denver coming up. I guess I can say this because it's going to be known anyway. You guys, I go with you. We're leaving Friday. And the reason I would guess, I don't know this, is Coach Marone wants you to get used to the altitude, I would think, a full day ahead of time. Is that something you ever experienced in your life, playing at a high altitude like that?
No. I went there in my rookie year for a preseason game, and so that was my first kind of taste of it, but it didn't bother me then. So, I mean, hopefully it won't bother me this Sunday.
That's right, that happened. I remember that's the game Donald got hit real bad and had the concussion. So you don't remember anything necessarily about that game, about the altitude, the lungs, anything like that?
Right, it was just another game for me. It didn't have no effect.
All right, so I would think, though, Denoris, that this week, maybe the training or the nutrition methods by the trainers might be a little different. I don't know. I mean, have you heard anything different, or are they just going to be basically status quo and just go on what you do?
I'm not sure. They probably let us know by Wednesday what's going on. I'm just going to make sure I just stay hydrated and keep doing cardio. Just make sure my wind is right.
Now, Eric Wood was on the radio on Monday, and he said this is the biggest game he will play in, he has played in, since he's been a Buffalo Bill. Would you agree with that with you too?
Absolutely.
This is big.
Absolutely.
And how big and do you guys talk about that? How big a game it is? I mean, like, give me a sense of what this week is like as far as focus compared to any other normal week. Because you say you do the same thing every week, but when you say it's the biggest game and guys are aware, there's got to be a little extra focus and maybe wherewithal.
Yeah, like you said, with us, we already knew Cleveland was going to be a big game, so we approached it as a playoff game, just like this game. We're going up against a proven team in this league, so we know they're going to come out and play to a high level. We have to come out and play to a high level. We got to come out and put more on the line this week. Like I said, this is a team who's been where we're trying to go.
Right.
So
that's a great point.
And then we're going into their home to try to take back a win. So I mean, it's going to be a very intense game.
What do you think about Peyton Manning? I mean, like, just you watch him. You're an NFL guy. You guys watch your peers all the time. He's on national TV all the time.
Right.
When you played up there in preseason, he was not on the Broncos.
Right.
What do you think about him?
Future Hall of Famer, pretty much one of the many faces of the NFL. If anything has to do with the NFL, you see on TV, majority of the time, Peyton Manning is there. So I mean, he's one of the guys who's proven himself each and every year throughout this league. I think he's 4 or 5 time MVP.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a good quarterback. But we're up for the challenge.
All right, we're going to take one final timeout. We'll come back. And we'll talk a little bit about the Denver Broncos, including Omaha. We got to talk Omaha coming back here on Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. Omaha!
Skip the retailer, forget the wholesaler. Buy your diamonds where the pros buy. Come to Diamond Cutters of Western New York and see our brand new 4,400 square foot office showroom. We were the very first diamond cutting operation in Buffalo. We have the largest selection of loose diamonds in Western New York and have our own in-house custom designers. Our experienced staff can help you choose or custom create a jewelry design that fits your personal taste. Buy where your favorite players buy. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutter.
Welcome to Excuria Salon and Spa. We invite you to come in, enjoy, relax, and restore, serving you with the finest from traditional and modern techniques from around the world. Our stylists don't follow trends. They interpret and adapt cuts and colors for your individual lifestyle, while integrating the latest looks and in-hair fashion. Pamper yourself with our professional nail treatments, our European facials, or a relaxing massage. Excuria Salon and Spa. Share the experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Bova. Bova Family Chiropractic has been serving the Western New York community for over 20 years. Our professional staff will welcome you to a friendly environment. We specialize in acute and chronic pain for work injuries, motor vehicle accidents, and sports injuries. Full X-ray facility is on site for immediate treatment. We also provide preventative care with a licensed massage therapist on staff. Most insurances are accepted, including Medicare. Call today at 675-4134.
Out of Bounds is brought to you by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy where the pros buy direct from the Diamond Cutter. Excuria Salon and Spa, the finest in traditional and modern techniques. Savor the experience. Bova Family Chiropractic, 1953 Ridge Road in West Seneca. Feel the healing hands. Stumps Gymnastics Center, 2187 Worley Drive in Williamsville. By Montebaro Heights, luxury senior apartments from the Brothers of Mercy. By Flixtures on the web at www.etsy.com/shop/fixtures. And by Buffalo Battleground Airsoft Arena and Store, providing birthday parties, walk-on play, and gaming 5 days a week.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. I never asked you, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was great, man. I think I ate everything. I ate, went to sleep, woke up, and ate some more.
Did coaches tell you you're allowed to eat whatever you want on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, they let us weigh in the day before Thanksgiving because they know once Thanksgiving hit, it's fair game. Especially with me, I don't care. The diet goes out the window.
Eric Wood weighed himself before and then after, and he tweeted pictures like he gained like 5 or 6 pounds or something like that. I don't know. He's a big guy. That can happen.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a little tip here, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
I've been watching Peyton Manning enough. When he yells Omaha, the next sound out of his mouth, the ball snapped. Omaha, boom. That's what it is. That's got to be easy. Come on now.
Yeah,
Jerry
absolutely.
Hughes, he can get off the ball now, right?
Absolutely, but still, he might try to
He might try to screw it up.
All right,
don't blame it on me then if it goes offside. There we go. Right? Omaha, you got to get used to that. I'm going to have to get used to hearing that a lot this week when we're in Denver. But obviously, Peyton is really good. But part of the reason he's so good is he always has weapons around him, and he makes his weapons better. But, man, you're talking about Demaryius Thomas and Julius Thomas. And, I mean, you're talking about Wes Welker, guys that really are great at getting to the football. What about facing that wide receiver core this week and all those weapons, Norris?
It's gonna be a terrific challenge for us. We feel like we're one of the best secondary groups in the NFL, and this is a great week to go out there and prove that. So we know Coach Swartz is gonna make some great calls, put us in positions. Donnie Henderson is gonna coach us up to play certain routes and recognize formations. We just gotta take notes and study film, study this opponent, and like you said, we feel that we're up for the challenge. So it's gonna be great to see what we can do.
Last week, first game, really full game without, second full game actually, Leotis. He hasn't been in the lineup a couple weeks, but really you guys had some guys in the secondary that really stood out and stood up. Corey Graham has to play corner now primarily, and then Ron comes in and plays, and then Nikel comes in and plays. Can you just kind of talk about those guys and the role they've played? Because it's not always easy when you're the non-starter having to go into the game.
Right. I mean, I've even been faced with that early in my career, but you always got to prepare each week as you're the starter. In this league, you're always one play away from going in, and like each guy has accepted their role, and then they know their roles, and they come in and they whenever they get the opportunity, they try to make the best of them, and that's all you can do.
And then, of course, you guys had a couple players that we didn't even know about last week that showed up and played well. Marcus Thigpen did a really nice job on punt returns. And how about this Marquise Gray? I mean, here's this guy who gets this catch. He's running down the field, and people are cheering. I think they're going, who is that guy? Who is that guy? Did you even know who he was when he was running down the field?
Oh, absolutely. I just didn't know he could run like that.
Right.
So, I mean,
he's a big dude, too.
Right. I was cheering for him. It really didn't matter to me. Whoever, next man up, whoever's in there, let's just keep making the plays, and let's keep getting these wins.
2 catches for 71 yards for Marquise, and I think it really speaks to the roster that Doug Whaley has built here, which seems like in years past, Norris, when a guy went down, there wasn't the depth back there that really could step in. But this team seems a bit different, and that's going to really help in December.
Absolutely, especially we're not necessarily relying on the 4 captains that you see walk to the middle of the field each week. Every guy in that locker room feels that they are a leader, and we all hold each other accountable, which is great. The more leaders you have on a team that does that, the better your team will get.
I was interested in the early part of the year about Mario Williams being named captain, because really the knock since he came to Buffalo, he's been a great player, but people question if he was a leadership kind of guy. He's more of a quiet guy, and that's what I mean by that. He's really been a leader this year, though. Every time I watch him on the field, I got to be honest, I'm not saying this because he's your teammate. I've mentioned this on the radio too. He really is just loving football this year, and he's passionate, and I've never seen him so into the game as he is this year.
Well, ever since I met Mario, he's been more of a lead by example type guy. He speaks when he feels he has to speak, but other than that, he's more of a just watch what I do and just follow me. Like he's another guy that's proven himself in this league. So I mean, a lot of the young defensive linemen they watch him. I even watch him being just out of disrespect for him, because like I said, he's been where I want to be. So I mean, it's just having those type of veteran guys in the locker room is great for the whole team.
And how important is it, though, the other guys who aren't as quiet, Fred and Kyle, to be on your team in this situation?
Oh man, it's great. Kyle gets us ready in the locker room before every game. I love hearing him talk before the game. He's another guy that challenges you. Everybody knows that Kyle's going to give everything he has to. He can't give it anymore. So to have him talk to us and watch him perform, you always want to keep the same level of intensity and passion as he does.
All right. Well, listen, man. Good luck in Denver. It's going to be a really fun experience. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. This is a chance for a Buffalo Bills team that we haven't seen since the year 2000 with a 7-5 record this late in the season. And I think this is what you're tested of and your character's made of. And I'm excited to see what these guys are made of. And I think they're going to rise to the challenge on Sunday. So we'll talk to you Monday night after that happens right here at Danny's South Restaurant. Take care, everyone. Have a great week, and we'll see you then here on Out of Bounds.